Hi, I'm Elaine Friend, your international consultant on high sensitivity with Are You Highly Sensitive? And a wonderful and challenging question that came in during our HSPs and Love workshop in February 2023. Elaine, would you please comment on this, on how arriving to a place in an intimate partner type relationship when you know the communication and needs are irreconcilable, how to not make the other or oneself wrong, how to deeply, self-lovingly accept this. Wow. This is a challenging situation. It brings up so many feelings in me. It's something that I've thought about so much, both as a highly sensitive person in partnerships and also a therapist talking to so many highly sensitive people and couples. And there's not a right answer to this question. And what I was saying in our masterclass today was that we almost always need outside help. We need an objective person who can mediate the conversation. We need to be seen and heard and to see and hear our partner. And often that takes, I'm going to say that takes three main things. The first is your own counseling, psychotherapy, coaching, spiritual advisor, support person. You need someone to hear your story and your experience and to mirror it back to you, because we can get so caught up in our story in our heads that we really lose track of what is true and what is our imagination, what is true just for me, and what is also true for my partner, and maybe another aside, what is true for the couple. So doing your inner work and getting objective outside feedback and support for your emotional healing and your truth checking is one very important piece that you have to do to get to a place of knowing what is true. Another thing that we need to do, the second of our tasks in working through our relationship questions, are we to the end or might we need to be to the end, is to get that mediation. And this is probably the third step, but I'm going to it next anyway. So finding someone who is not just your regular awesome therapist, but someone who is extremely skilled at mediating and working with couples. I have a colleague who is a certified mediator, really works in the legal world and has worked in mediation in prisons. She's just a very, very skilled mediator, but she is also a psychotherapist. So she has both of these hats that she's lived into for decades and is just so confident and skilled in. And she's drawn and loves that work. That's a good person. But also someone who is very well versed and well trained in a couples technique like emotional freedom technique or imago dialogue or the Gottman certified therapists. All of these programs also offer couples workshops and weekends. But Elaine, my partner won't even consider going to a couples therapist or going to something like this. Well, that is a possibility. This brings me to number 3, which might also be number 2. What if you just started reacting to your partner as if they were the person that you've always loved? They had not hurt you or ignored you or pretended that high sensitivity didn't exist. Maybe they're the wounded child that they grew up as. Maybe they are just a person doing their best in the world. And what if you just turned positive, unconditional, positive regard onto your partner, the way we so easily do with our young children? I mean, they're little monsters half the time, right? But we turn our unconditional positive regard on them and love them unconditionally. What if you did an experiment of doing this with your partner? It will transform the relationship. Even if the transformation that occurs is that it gets your partner to couples therapy, and in couples therapy, you come to a place of realizing there is too much pain, too much water under the bridge, too many hurtful years. for you to reconcile and make it work. I mentioned in the masterclass that many people think, "Oh, I don't want to go to couples therapy because it's just where you split up." And one of the main reasons for that is couples wait many years too long to go to couples therapy or couples coaching. So, and I can't remember the exact number, 6 or 7 years generally, we are in pain on the average before we seek help. And so sometimes that is too much damage done to the relationship. But I would like to think, as highly sensitive people, that whether we stay married or partnered or not, that we could open our hearts and work our own personal program well enough that whether we remain in the relationship or not, that we can come at this person with love and forgiveness and reasonable expectations. Now, I know many of you will be co-parenting regardless of the state of your relationship. And, you will be co-parenting for the rest of your lives. You can't just separate from your co-parent as long as your child is alive. I mean, there's always going to be something so that you need to communicate about. So I can't recommend highly enough, if you are fraught in your love relationship, that you do whatever it takes to turn on the positivity tap, both within you, toward you, and within you, toward your partner. And you will know right away whether it's a reciprocal tap or not. But it does not have to be reciprocal. It's just like loving kindness or metta. You will send your loving kindness to this person with all your heart and soul. And as a highly sensitive person, you have a lot of power in the department. So do your personal work, your inner work, to the point that you can turn toward your partner with love and acceptance, and separate that from whether you're together or not. We have the ability to stop the negativity loop between our partners and ourselves. We don't feel like doing it when our feelings are hurt, because when an HSP has their feelings hurt, they're really hurt. We feel it so painfully. I know, I've been there. I was there yesterday. I don't know if I was really there yesterday, but it's a state which I flow in and out of as a highly sensitive, intense, passionate person. So give yourself the chance, give your partner the chance, let go of the results, and just do the footwork of being loving and kind and taking care of yourself, so that regardless of what happens, you will survive and thrive. So this is Elaine Friend with Are You Highly Sensitive? Please subscribe and follow me wherever you see this content, because it helps me get the message out. And by all means, if you think somebody you know would like to see this video, please do share it. Thank you so much, and I'll see you around the airwaves. Bye for now.